Okay, so yeah, I missed last week, y'all. Last week I wasn't on. I wasn't on here. we 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 played some reruns last week, y'all. Yes, we did.
Come on for content. That's batched content. That's what you call
That's
batched.
what we call that. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. I am your host, Kenda. This is my show, Minding My Own Podcast. And today I have a beautiful, amazing guest. I'm so excited.
Ah, thank you. I'm excited to be here. This is
This is Marie.
Hey.
Hey, girl.
Yes,
Marie is the founder and the owner of the Classic Shop,
ma'am.
and she has an amazing store
Thank
right
you.
here at Sherman Phoenix,
Right here. Yep.
upstairs.
Yep. Right above the barbershop.
How long you been up there, sis?
So I just opened up in May. I was downstairs sharing a space with three lovely ladies in the Underground's Makers Market,
Yeah.
and we ended our lease there. No, just everyone went their separate ways. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? No
Yeah.
problems with that. But I couldn't afford to pay the lease by myself, so
I
I had to
feel
get
you.
my own spot. And yes, I was happy to still be here in Sherman Phoenix, just in a smaller space. But we're
Yeah.
above the barbershop now, so
Yeah, but it's a fitting space. I watched
Yeah.
the interview you did. I think it was the news for sure.
Oh, yep. Okay.
I watched your interview
Okay.
and I got to kind of see, you know,
The space,
yes,
yeah, I
yes.
like it. I put a lot of work into it. So
I'm finna
proud
be
of
up
it.
there.
Thank you. Come
When are
on.
you open?
We are open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 7, Tuesday through Friday, and then 11 to 6 on the weekend. I'm smiling because here lately I've been having to close maybe at 6. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's been a lot going on. It's hip hop week here in Milwaukee,
Yeah.
and vending other spaces or whatever. But for the most part, we're open to 7 during the
Okay.
week. And I have a sign on the door where if you come and I'm not there, you take a picture and send it to the number, and I got you next time you come in there. So
That's dope.
it's a perk if you miss me. You know what I mean?
I like that. I like that. I
Mhm.
like that. See, that's good business. That's smart.
Mhm.
I love that.
Thank you.
This is her brand, Classic. She brought me this shirt today, y'all. I love this shirt. It's so soft.
Thank
It's
you.
cute. It's got this cute design on the back.
We had to represent the Bucks, but I didn't want to get sued. So, you know, between you and me, it's not really the Bucks, y'all. It's just it happens to look like a deer.
It's super cute. I love it. Thank you.
Thank you. No problem. Thank you for repping.
Girl, I want to talk to you about like how you got into it, like what inspired you first, like what had you go into clothing and fashion, like
So, really, so a couple things kind of all led to it. That's how I know that, you know, this was supposed to happen. I consider myself a creative person, and my background is actually in education. I used to teach second grade, and when you teach, and you have to really be creative with how you present lessons, how you make things fun, exciting. And so that's just one part of it. You know, I just had some creative juices I wanted to get out. Also, I like shoes and, you know, just kind of streetwear culture.
yeah,
So I wanted to create a brand, but I wanted it to make sense, you know, for my culture. I wanted to be something that you know, I was proud of, and that could also teach about my culture, teach about hip hop and Black culture and all the layers and stuff. But I wanted it to be in a dope way. I didn't want to be like, you know, I feel like streetwear is a great way to portray and to express yourself. You know what I'm saying?
yes, I like that.
And
Yes,
t-shirts can create conversations and stuff. So I feel like, you know, you should be creating conversations about, you know, hip hop and Black culture. So that's how that started. You
I
know,
love it.
yeah.
I love it.
Thank
You just say, you know what? You inspire so many people.
Oh, thank you. I
You
appreciate
do.
that.
You're
I'm
welcome.
inspired by a lot of people, and you know what is it's inspiring that people, you know, wear my stuff and um you know, connect to the art. So that kind of, you know, we inspire each other because that keeps me going and keeps me wanting to
Yes.
creating stuff. So I appreciate the support.
Yeah, absolutely. How do you come up with like your designs? Like how do you decide like okay, this is what I got to put on there?
So a lot of it is really like kind of hidden messages or little details that you got to look closely and kind of figure out and learn more about. And that's really what I want to do. I want you to kind of learn more about hip hop, or just kind of highlight people about hip hop. It's not that you all so this is where I really started. I used to go into a certain store. I don't want to say their name, but I used to go into a certain store, and I would always see graphic t-shirts, but I would see like Marilyn Monroe, Blink 182 or something,
pop bands.
You know what I mean? Pop bands, which is cool.
Yeah.
And I would see people buying it because the colors was cool and it would match our shoes, it would match our swag. So I'm like, you know what I mean? We got a lot of people that we could be celebrating too. And and I was always see like Biggie, Tupac, some of the same ones kind of over and over, on t-shirts. But it's a lot of layers to Black culture, and it's a lot of stuff that people may not know about, people may not know about. So I have, like, for example, one design that has a soda bottle on it, and it says the Cold Crush. Ooh. And so the Cold Crush is a hip hop group from back in the day or whatever, and they have a story to them. I won't go into it now, but it just kind of makes people ask questions and be like, oh, who is that? And you kind of have to Google and maybe find out more about the culture. So it's a win for everybody.
That's dope this way. I hope these work. I gotta clap for you.
Thank you.
That is amazing.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm inspired by you. Like,
I appreciate that.
The fact that you took your experience of education, your love for hip hop, your love for fashion, you put it all together.
Yeah, and just messed all that together. You know what I mean? Because so just to be honest, like, I went to schools in Tulsa.
Yeah.
And so y'all know it's like, when a lot of people that look like me, I went to college at TSU. And so I really wanted to have a balance of, like, learning about my culture, you know what I'm saying? And like going to schools, growing up, it really wasn't like it was celebrated or whatever. People wasn't always listening to your stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean? At dances and stuff or whatever. It was Black people that went there, but for the most part, you were surrounded by a culture that didn't look like yours. So I wanted it to be like, my culture should be out here celebrated too, Outkast, all these people that, people may not always talk a lot about, or songs or lyrics that you may not talk a lot about, it's really dope. And hip hop celebrating 50 years. Can we press the clap button for that?
Yes, we're gonna clap for hip hop.
When it first started out, they didn't think it was gonna last even 10 years, 20 years. You know what I mean? So the fact that it's last 50 years, we deserve some respect on our name, and y'all definitely should be, back then,
We're gonna clap again.
Yeah. Now that our name needs some respect. It's not no trend, because a lot of times people want to pick up certain parts of our culture and make it trending or whatever, and it's not no trend. So the tagline is trends fade, and not to say that we're not trending, but it's just the fact that we're not just that.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah,
we are, man. It's like we are this entity of power.
Yes. And people need to realize that,
because people can't live without hip hop.
They can't. It's everywhere.
It's
and
everywhere.
Like, people, when you listen to commercials, when you listen to the radio, when you see an element in hip hop and all that stuff, it's like, they really, not only is it powerful, but people really want to take that. I'm not trying to get too political, but people really want to use that against us too. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy too.
So we got to be really careful about how we, certain stuff that we listen to, or certain stuff that we let ride in hip hop, because the people that making the decisions don't look like us.
That's true. That's true. There's a lot of weird stuff going on.
Weird stuff and questionable stuff that they wouldn't let go on with people that look like them.
Exactly.
So we got to really know that as powerful as our culture is, and it's in everything, that's for a reason, and they can use that against us too.
Absolutely.
So we got to be careful with that.
You're right about that. I agree. I feel like there's so much going on when it comes to the music industry.
Yes.
Quite recently, we lost a lot of like old heads, like
yes,
OGs.
Yes.
Like, we lost Coolio, R.I.P.
Right.
Like what?
DMX. Like, I know that was a while ago, but it's like still hitting. And then Nipsey Hussle and stuff like that. And it's like we losing people. And then also on the other end of it, we losing our culture to people who want to buy it and sell it back to not buy it, steal it, and then sell it back to us and tell us what our culture is supposed to be, tell us how we supposed to act and how we supposed to behave and all that, like with certain examples that they putting out. And not to say that, because listen, I got a ratchet side and I love listening to ratchet stuff. We watch ratchet stuff or whatever, but I feel like as adults, we know the difference. You know what I'm saying? Right. But the stuff that they pumping this stuff to as kids, they don't know the difference. They think that's real life. Yeah. And that's what's not cool. That's what is that they know is powerful. They know they can control these kids with that shit, and that's what I don't like.
Yeah, because like it's way different than when we were coming up. Like, it's so funny because I was a huge fan of Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yes, wasn't we all? Oh, who was your favorite?
I still do love them. Still do love them.
Right. Who was your favorite?
That's so hard.
I know.
I love Wishbone.
I think because his hair, but they all had good hair.
They all did,
and that's what it's like. Oh yeah, I loved them. But yeah, go ahead.
I used to get in trouble for downloading their lyrics, right? Because I didn't know what the hell they were saying.
But then also we used to get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? And
we used to get in trouble for that type of shit.
But now the parents is like,
listen to whatever. Your booty hole brown, whatever,
all of that. And I'm like, don't let the kids listen to it. Right,
like
we can laugh and we can listen to it, but it should be some degree of you still getting in trouble for it. And it ain't It ain't that really.
Right. That Sexy Red, it come on and I laugh, but it's like the kids.
They don't know no better.
The kids, man, the kids.
That's what I worry about.
They don't really do a good job like they used to either of like hiding the lyrics for what they really mean on the radio. It's just like go with it.
If they may blank it out, in which the kids can figure that out.
Yeah, because they smart.
Even if they substitute, the kids can figure that out too.
Yeah.
They know what
some stuff they just shouldn't have.
They just don't need
on the radio or on TV. But it seems like now it's just a whatever go. It's a go. Everything's a go.
And they saying, I get freedom of speech, but it's also whatever freedom is a responsibility, and you have to be responsible, especially like, because even Cardi B, I feel like she know her role as far as you know what I'm saying? And she said there's certain stuff she wouldn't want her daughter listening to. So I feel like when she started having kids, I feel like she toned back a little bit. What you think? I mean, she's still out there, but you know what I'm trying to say. I feel like your mindset be different as far as
she's not as reckless.
Yeah,
with certain things being said.
Because I feel like you feel that way, and
you
grow. We should grow. Hip hop should grow. We 50 years old. We should grow.
We should grow. I love the shift and the dynamic of hip hop. Like there's always been women in hip hop.
Yes.
The women, like now the women are in hip hop. Killing it.
I love it. And I really think that's dope. And that's and they're killing it being themselves.
Yes.
Like I was talking to like I teach a culture class about like the origins of hip hop. So I talk to kids about stuff like this. And so one thing I was telling them is like when hip hop started out, the women, we felt like we had to dress like men or whatever. We was oversized stuff.
Yeah.
And now they can just dress as sexy as they want to. But then again, it's a fine line, because it's like, yeah, we can dress how we want to, but are we really dressing for us if everything is out? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, who is that for? Because I know I don't want to see all your shit. We got the same thing. So really, who is it for? Are we still dressing for the men? But I don't know. I love that they're out here though.
It's so funny you mentioned that. I was shopping at Akira and I asked them about a bodysuit. And the girl's like, if you want to make it a little bit more sexy, you can just go completely braless. And we've got tape and you can just put the tape on your nips.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is she for real? I'm 37 years old.
She's like, you just go braless.
I am not doing that.
And she called a nips girl like it's nothing. But see, that's the thing. Like, I mean, it's a certain place for that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, because Black women are sexy. You know what I'm saying? And everybody wants to look and be like Black women. But then it's a certain way you carry yourself, especially if you got kids watching. I don't know. It's a fine line. I don't want to
definitely a fine line because
judge nobody or nothing, because it's not that, but it's just, I don't know. It's different.
It is different.
Strokes for different folks.
Definitely. I like how you said that, because that is so true. Everybody just do what you're comfortable with.
But just make sure you're comfortable with your kids seeing it as much as my kids seeing it. That'd be my thing. Because I don't care what you're doing, just would you want your kids to see
exactly
it? So
exactly. Do you think that do you think that classiness still exists when it comes to like
I think so, because I think you can.
women?
I think so, very much so, and I think that even if women dress more provocative or something, you can still be classy
You
with it.
can.
So, you know, it's
So
not
it's all
even
about your
about how
attitude.
much. I think so. I think that's what carries it, because it's not even about. I, I'm not saying you got to dress like completely covered up or whatever.
Right.
I feel like you should
Express yourself.
express yourself, accentuate parts of your body that you're proud of or whatever. But then again, it's like, make sure you're doing it for you and what you're proud of, as
Yeah.
opposed to trying to get some attention, because that looks very different.
Yeah, it definitely does.
And if that's what you after, again, I'm on this. Let me just, you're gonna keep hearing me say this. I'm on this journey of whatever's for you.
It's for you.
I'm not judging, but I'm just saying I just try to be more conscious of like why I do what I do.
Yes,
And am I
yes.
dressing this? Is this for me, or is this because I want, to catch somebody or whatever? And it may be some days where you want that, sis. So you know what I'm saying? But
You
it's
like it
just,
depends on the time of day
there we go.
and depend on
The
how I
mood.
feel.
There we go.
There
But
you
it's
go.
just, if is it overtaking you? Is that all the time where
Right.
you only dressing to be out here?
Really, like, what is the root cause? Like, why are you doing
Yes,
it?
let's explore that. Let's explore the why. We don't really get deep.
I'm about to crack open this bottle of wine here.
Listen, because I'm more than halfway through, so I'm
Hey,
really
let
gonna be
me.
talking.
We talking our talk today, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Oh look, Sarita, she said blessings, y'all. I was rocking my classic this rising during my walk.
Hey,
Oh, I
yes, she
love
was.
that. I love that, Sarita.
Yes,
She's a sweetheart.
she is. I love Sarita. We went to school together. Sarita
Oh, I
went to
love
Tulsa
her.
West with me, so she already know. I hope I ain't putting your business out there, sis, but she
She's so
know.
transparent.
We had to get a different side of us after Tulsa West, because yeah.
I grew up going to Catholic schools.
So how was that?
It was interesting.
Yeah.
It was interesting. I remember when I first was put in NPS.
Okay.
And I was like proper and I cared about my education.
Yeah.
I did. I just cared about it. I liked school still. I think I was in middle school when I was in middle school when they put me in public school. And then
was it a different transition?
it was definitely different when we went to NPS.
Yeah.
But I thank God for NPS,
Yeah,
because it helped me understand like what is really happening in our community.
There we
like
go.
it was like real life
There we
finally
go.
came up somewhere.
And it's good to, and I think that that's real, because you know what, how if you went to Catholic school up through 8th grade, you need that good foundation.
Yeah.
And then now you got a good mindset where okay, if I'm, what to do, what not to do, you know what I'm saying, or
Yeah.
whatever. Like I had my daughter in a Lutheran school for her K4, but I did change it because, girl, they was kind of strict. But
Yeah.
but I just said that to say, like, it's good to have a foundation and then still understand what's going out here, like get a real world experience. Yeah.
But see, back then, our reality was different than the kids today reality. I always tell my kids that, like, when I was coming up, I say that a lot. I used to think I wasn't gonna say that, but I say that a lot. When I was coming up, it was like this, just trying to help them see like it's different now.
It's so different, and it's sad, because I hate that it has to be that different for our kids. You know what I'm saying? And that's one reason why, like, I try to do culture classes. One thing I talk about in them is like separating yourself from things that aren't right. You know what I'm saying? Because the kids, like, I work with kids at like community centers and schools, and for the most part, it's kids that are good kids. So they may not need to hear what I'm saying as far as mentoring stuff, but it's really about encouraging those kids. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of influences that be trying to mess with those kids and get them off the right path.
Yes, I don't remember it being as scary.
Yeah.
When we came up as it wasn't. Is now.
Even with it was because Columbine happened when we was younger or whatever. But I feel like those kind of things was so far removed. But like people shooting up schools and then you going out. Like I remember we went to Summerfest by ourselves and stuff in high school. Took the bus. I couldn't imagine having my daughter, and she's young. But I'm saying even when she get older, I can't imagine that now.
Yeah, it's a different world.
I'm scared for that, and I don't want it to be like that. So I always if I do stuff like this, I always try to say one thing about, trying to encourage a kid or somebody around you. We can't save the world, but I feel like Black people, that saying, it takes a village, is for a reason, because I feel
I
like Black
agree.
people, we are very spirited people, and it could be a
Yes.
good thing and it could be a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? We got to get our kids under control. I don't want to stifle their personality or nothing, but
Right.
or their leadership powers, because these kids are very smart, but they're leading in the wrong way. They leading all these kids to break in cars or
Yeah.
leading all these kids to shoot somebody. You know what I'm saying? So I want to be able to help kids with that. So I just
Right.
said that, and I feel like not just me, I feel like we all had the power to do that. And I feel like we lose in that village where it takes a village to raise a
I
child. I feel
agree.
like people, so
I had
don't
saw.
say nothing to my kid, or don't,
Oh, that's exactly what I was. Yes, that
mm-hmm,
I've seen a lot of concern from people in regards to their their kid having an experience with the teacher,
mm-hmm.
and it's like the teacher got to be lying on my kid. Like,
And you know what? And sometimes, and listen, because I used to be a teacher, so I know that there can be some teachers that can be on some bull and
yeah,
may not be have the best interest, but then there's some teachers that aren't. And that's why you got to have conversations.
right,
Because if you have a conversation and you can experience that or whatever, or feel that way from a teacher, then you take it to the next step and go to the principal. But I feel like, too many times it's just, I want us to be at a place where we can say something to each other's kids.
yeah,
And also, if you is saying something, saying it out of love, because there's some people who, like I said, may say some stuff, and I don't want them saying nothing to my kid, because you're not saying it out of love. You know
right,
what I'm
right,
saying?
because they saying it in a hateful
In a
way.
hateful way or a judgmental way or me, you
Yep.
know what I'm saying? Like these kids, and you can't judge all kids and think all kids is being bad. They being kids.
Right, right. That's really what it comes down
They
to
being, and
is,
they don't know.
and they're gonna make mistakes, but they're exploring.
Yeah.
And I think it's important that they have real life experiences, but I do think it's also important that we're monitoring
Yes.
how much of that they get.
Yes. And if you
Like,
need a break from it, you know what I'm saying? Because I understand, because I used to teach 7th grade too.
mhm,
So I can understand like the different ages, it can be a lot when they going through that, so if you need a break from, that's where the village come in,
right,
and I feel like we should all be able to help each other and say stuff or whatever to better each other, and say it from a place of love, you know, to help out, because Milwaukee, yeah, is, I know it's like this in other cities. It could be like this in other cities,
mhm.
but I feel like we have a real big potential to help and do something with these
We
kids.
do. We absolutely do. And the question is, what are we gonna plan, and what are we gonna do every day?
Mm-hmm.
Because recently a 19-year-old girl passed away. She was shot,
Mm-hmm.
and there
Yes.
was a video played on
I
social
heard that.
media,
Yes.
and the friend is in panic. She's been shot,
Yeah.
and you can hear the young man say he's gonna go to his mother's house.
Yeah.
It was almost as if they had no clue what to do,
Yeah.
and so she wasn't taken to the hospital.
Yeah.
So the fact that we gotta have those types of
I
conversations,
know. I know.
it's I
Mm-hmm.
saw a post that said that I know a lot of parents are afraid in Milwaukee for their
Yeah.
teenagers.
Yeah.
It's hard to wrap your head around.
It is. And I can understand being afraid, being overwhelmed, being frustrated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because those are all very real emotions. And sometimes when we're parents, we may feel ashamed to ask for help or feel like fail. You know what I'm saying? And that's not what it is at all. I really feel like
Right.
maybe if we change some of that, um, the idea around that, or thinking around that it's okay to ask for help, that it's okay if you help other kids. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I don't know. I don't know what the solution is, but I feel
You
like
know
more
what?
conversations would really.
Definitely more conversations. I think that they could also like maybe introduce clubs or something where
Yeah.
people, you know how they used to have the neighborhood watch? They
Yeah.
probably still have it, but maybe it's like parent clubs similar to the
Yeah.
neighborhood watch where all parents come to an agreement that
There we
they are
go.
going to look out for each other's
Yeah.
kids,
Yeah.
and that they are going to establish boundaries,
Yeah.
and that they are going to commit to building those relationships amongst each other
Mm-hmm.
to strengthen the bonds in the community
Yeah.
and to increase the eyes that are watching these kids.
And I think that would be a great conversation. And then it's like, but how do we have, where do we begin? And
Right.
I'm not knocking against it, but that's my next
Yeah, we
question,
would have to
because
figure out where to start.
what do we do? Because so I went to like I said, it's hip hop week here in Milwaukee. We was talking about that before. And so Alderman Rainey, shout out to him. I really like that, some of the stuff that he's doing to try to have these conversations. And one thing he did Tuesday at G's, was it Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday at G's Clippers, they had a conversation with an artist from New Orleans who has he has like a positive following, like he has positive rap. But he came and we was having these conversations, and he was saying, you know, things that music and hip hop can do to combat violence and stuff. And I'm just saying all that to say, like, it was good that Alderman Rainey, you know, had that conversation and had that space. So
if we could identify with that,
if we can have more spaces like that where, and they were kind of talking, so it wasn't really a place where people could talk back. But if we can have places where people could talk back too, I think that we need to have more stuff like that.
We do. We absolutely
even as Sherman Phoenix or something. I don't know. I would get behind that. So if anybody listening want to get that
behind
going,
you.
I'm behind you. I'm behind you 100%, because I feel like we all got to chip in and do something.
We do. Hey, if anybody is behind that, and I see you guys commenting, thank you for tuning in. We got Crystal. Hey, Crystal. What's the ship, Crystal?
Hey, Crystal.
Hey. And we got Sarita there. She said, yes, had to run from Tulsa.
I know that's right, girl.
Milwaukee Elevate is currently working on some initiative with parents and kids, schools, etc. Yes,
okay, yes, that'll be wonderful. Yeah, because I don't want to see no more kids dying in the news.
Right, me neither. I don't want to see it. I have a 15-year-old son.
Yes,
okay, and I fear that, I tell him this all the time. You know, you got to defend yourself.
Yeah, right.
But don't ever start anything.
Right.
You know,
and that's a fine line, because
it's a fine line.
I got a 2-year-old son, but I understand which our sons. It's not like we want to raise somebody that's going to be run over,
right?
And we want a
they
man.
They got to be young men,
and they have to be men. So I completely understand what you're saying with that. And it's like, well, I don't know. It's a fine line with that.
It's my fear for that is now back when we were coming up. You knew that, you know, if you had some issues in school, and you know that it was gonna be talk. You know, you were gonna have a conversation.
Yeah. Or if you had a fight, it was just a fight.
Yes, it was just a fight. My fear is now the guns. The guns.
And it's from the people who can't fight.
Yeah.
And it's not to say, and I'm not saying was out here fighting, but it's just the fact of, if you talking shit or whatever, or something happens, I'm not saying everybody deserves to be beat up, but I'm just saying, if something happens and you happen to find yourself in a fight, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you caused and you haven't done anything.
Right.
It needs to be the fight, and it needs to be done. You know what I'm saying? It don't need to be nothing else, because now you can't fight. Now you want to go get a gun and shit because your ego is bruised, and or whatever. You know,
that same issue though is carried on. It comes from even the adults that can't have those conversations.
And really starts with a conversation. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It don't even got to be a fight. I shouldn't even say that, but it should be able to be a conversation like, hey, you said this, you did this, whatever. It pissed me off, and let's get past that.
Yeah, let's just move on. Let's just move on past it.
Even if it's not a fight, like that's something that anybody that knows me, I just can't stand that in general.
Yeah,
I think if you got an issue with me, just say that.
Right.
And then let's have a conversation.
Or you know, or you could just like leave me alone and never come in my space ever again.
There we go.
You know, you don't have to be around me.
Exactly. That's definitely a choice, right? But I don't understand the whole drama, because whatever.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of conversations that need to be had. One of them is, you know, kids need to understand how to deal with those emotions that they're having. I think a lot of the times they're experiencing being shown other people around them dealing with their emotions irresponsibly.
Yeah.
And so that carries on, you know, that, okay, if I'm mad, I'm supposed to yell at you.
Yeah.
You know, I'm supposed to say something that's below the belt. I'm
Yeah.
supposed to rib you.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
stuff like
Instead of
that.
having a
Like,
conversation. And you know what? It's so true because again, and this go back to maybe some reality shows. Like I had a bone to pick with Mona Scott for a while because I don't like how like I said, I don't have no problem with ratchet TV or whatever, you know,
yeah,
at certain points it's funny, but it shouldn't be where, like you said, we are showing kids or people that this is how we deal with conflict. Is
right.
by yelling or calling some or ribbing or fighting or whatever. And as Black people especially, we need to know how to have conflict resolution
Yeah,
skills.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And like I said before, it's people who, you know, we may not have fought, but it's people even in my family who if you have a problem with somebody, they just don't say nothing,
mm-hmm.
you know,
And act like nothing happened,
act like nothing
and then want
happened.
to act cool. Like,
Or
no, we
later
ain't on
on
that.
now, or later on now you mad at me at Thanksgiving because some shit that happened back that you didn't
From
say nothing away.
yes,
So it's like we need to know how to. I feel like people need to know how to deal with conflict instead of running from it or being aggressive with it. You
yeah,
know, it can be a balance. It can be a resolution to that. You know what I
right.
mean?
I think you are absolutely right. Like, there's a formula,
Yeah.
and people need to get with the formula.
Yes. Get with the
And
formula,
get with
man.
the formula. Like Sarita said, people are focused on operating on feelings instead of facts. I agree,
Yes.
sis. I agree with that.
Yes.
Conflict resolution skills are definitely needed, so they have the tools. I mentioned it to the principal at Madison High School when I was helping out there.
Yes.
And Crystal says social and emotional learning should be just as important as reading or math in schools.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's some great points, ladies.
That's
yes.
yes.
I'm about to get y'all to clap it and clap.
And listen, both of them, first of all, I love both of those ladies because Crystal and Sarita, they both have very great ideas. If anybody knows, if anybody's coming to Sherman
Absolutely.
Phoenix, you know, Crystal will tell you an idea and start a whole business for you. You know what I'm saying? Like I love
that.
Crystal because she has such a giving spirit with her ideas.
Yes.
And that's something where everybody may not always have ideas, everybody may not always know how to execute stuff, but when somebody is willing to help you think through something, you know what I'm saying? That's dope. So
that is
shout
dope.
out to Crystal.
Shout out Crystal.
And
Shout out
to Sarita. She said she offered to help run the workshop. I know that's right.
Yes, girl. Hey, if you do decide to do something, let me and Marie know.
We'll help out
we
too.
will help out. We will absolutely help out. I think this has been great.
This is a good conversation.
Absolutely. See that's how I knew it was gonna be dope.
I like this. This is good.
Oh, she said thank you so much.
Yes, love you, sis.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. I love the love. I can feel it. I can feel it.
That's one thing. Sherman Phoenix, like if y'all haven't been to Sherman Phoenix, anybody that's listening, like when you come in, it's really a village. We've been speaking about village, like it's very much a village feel. Like the business owners here, like we're all in different kind of stages or whatever. And I've never felt no type of competition, no type of, not that you should, but I'm just saying I've never felt no envy, no competition, no nothing like that, no hate. Like, you know, people will help, you know, we all support each other, you know. Crystal Control C, that's where I do all my copy stuff. I love it. But yeah, we just need more of that on all types of scales with kids, with adults, with everybody. We need to come together and just
come together.
Come to Sherman Phoenix and you can get that energy if you need some.
It's a lot happening here. I love being here. I now consider this like a second home for me.
Yes, because
I love it here.
It's nice.
It definitely is nice. It's a whole vibe.
It is.
For a little while they were doing poetry night. I hope that comes back.
I know. Well, you know, Patrice and them left. Mm-hmm. So, but I hope that we can have some poetry nights and do something.
Yeah. Because I mean, what's stopping us from getting like a DJ in the building and having them just kind of mix some stuff? And
I would do that.
I mean, what's stopping us from still making it crack? We can still make it crack. We can still make it crack.
Let me know. Yeah, because listen, we can definitely do a if you want to do a poetry night or something, tell your followers to let us know when they want to do it and we gonna plan it.
Karaoke nights have been hot lately.
They were doing karaoke like during the day here on Tuesdays.
Okay.
But we close at 7. So, you know, maybe people wasn't in their karaoke mood
Yeah,
yet.
it's gotta be after dark.
Yeah, so people
And
can have a
drinks
couple
gotta
of
be involved.
yes. So, but that would be nice to have like a night or do something for that. I want to do
Yeah.
something for Halloween. What you doing for Halloween?
Girl, I ain't got no plans, but I would love to make some.
Let's make some. Let's figure out
Let's
something.
make some Halloween plans.
I want to do like a costume party. I want to get dressed up. I
Let's
haven't
do
gotten
it.
dressed up for Halloween in a long time.
I haven't
Well,
either.
I take that back. Last year I did a karaoke. We did a karaoke party where we dressed up as whoever you wanted to sing as or whatever.
Ooh.
That was fun.
I don't know who I would be. Who would I be? That's the fun part is you get to be whoever you want to be.
Yes, that would be cute.
That's gonna be nice.
We're gonna figure that out. Oh, you know what else I want to do? I want to do a players ball.
Ooh, y'all hear this?
But I heard somebody does it. Somebody does it, and I don't want to step on nobody's toes. But I don't know if they do it just for them or if they do it for everybody. But when I was talking to somebody about it, she was like, "Oh, so and so does that." But I don't know.
I mean, I hear a lot of different things like masquerade balls and
that would be fun.
Adult prom.
That would be fun.
So it's okay to do it your way.
Yes, we gonna figure that out.
That's gonna be whatever you do, girl. Just I want to know.
Yeah,
because you be sprinkling that sauce.
Sprinkling that sauce. We gonna definitely get you. We need to do a mind your own podcast event.
Girl, I'm with it.
Yeah,
y'all heard it first from Marie.
Because this is nice. I like this podcast.
Thank you.
This is just. I want y'all to know this is not scripted. This is just a conversation. So I definitely like this. Yes, organic.
I love it. I love it.
And we got wine, so you know
it's on and popping. It's on. You want another one? Mm-hmm. Do you like red Moscato or do you want to stay with the pink?
Stay with the pink.
Okay, I got you.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Well, it's been a long day.
It has been a long day.
A long day and a long week.
Welcome to Minding My Own Podcast Lounge.
Right. We got drinks. We got water. Listen, she was so hospitable when I came in. I had a bottle and a water just in here like this. Everything was so nice. So
gotta take care of you.
Shout out to Maya. Oh,
girl, you had a long day. We are mothers and business owners.
And I know my son gonna be on one when I get home. He probably gonna be. Let me put my phone somewhere because he's probably gonna be mad at me. Oh, look, I'm looking for my phone.
How old is he?
He is 2. He is
a little guy.
Yes, but he's very much the boss of the house. And my daughter, his older sister, is 5. So
wow, I got a 5-year-old too.
Is she nice? A girl or boy?
Girl.
Okay.
Yep. Her name is Sophie.
Oh, so she's the baby. So
she is the baby.
You had it the opposite. So I had the girl first and the son.
Yeah, it's definitely. I have 4 kids.
Oh, okay. Is she the baby though?
She is the baby.
Yes. Sophie, that's such a cute name.
She is a Taurus too. Thank you.
Oh, she's a Taurus.
Yes, my little Taurus. Oh, she is so funny.
Yeah.
Motherhood is a thing. I love being a mom.
It is such a thing because my son will literally piss me off. And I'll be like, oh, I love you so much. And I say it out loud because first of all, it's the gratitude thing. I don't ever want to seem like I'm ungrateful, but like he'll take forever to go to sleep or he'll be like, I don't want to eat or whatever, 2-year-old stuff. And then it's like, but I love him so much.
Yes, that's
you
the
love
thing.
Somebody so much that pisses you off so much.
I was like, you know what? I know I love this because I did it 4 times.
Yeah, right. And I know, yes. So yes. So Sophie is the youngest.
Yes.
And then who? The oldest is your 15-year-old.
My oldest, I actually have 4. So
okay.
My oldest, she's 19. Her name is Symphony.
Symphony, I love that.
Thank you. I named her after my love for music.
I love that. Stephanie, that's so pretty.
I'm like, I gotta name her after my first love.
Yes.
I fell in love with music.
Oh.
And I'm so in love with her still. That's my firstborn.
There we go. So do you sing or what do you do?
I used to. Now only in the shower. And maybe, I've been intending on singing in karaoke.
I was gonna say, because you talking about karaoke, so that means you try to get back out here.
Girl, let me say this. The one time Miss Teasy, shout out to Teasy in the talk.
Yes.
The one time I was gonna do karaoke was at Allure. I put my name on the list.
Yeah.
There was too many people ahead of me that they didn't even get to me.
Oh.
It's okay.
So
I put my name back on the list.
You gotta get there early because first of all, it'd be a gang of people and they be having their songs ready. And they be having their songs ready, girl. So
Yes,
you got to
they
get
be
there
ready to
early,
go.
ready to go. But
Yeah.
we can get you back out here. What song you was gonna sing? What was your
Girl, what
song?
was I gonna sing that day? I do not remember.
Mm,
But I know my man was like, don't sing that.
he was hating. First of all, he was hating.
It
Nope.
was an old school jam. I think
Yeah.
it could have been a Luther Vandross
Yes.
song.
Come
That's
on,
probably why he
Luther.
said. That's probably why he said no. Don't go up there singing that.
I
But I
love.
love me some Luther.
And let me say, I love when people, I love to hear people's different karaoke choices because
Yeah.
it'd be like, oh, that's they song, huh? I think that's so cute because it's like you learn something about that person based on their karaoke. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
yes. I
That's
would
cute.
love to do a duet of If This World Were Mine with somebody at
Yes.
karaoke night. So if y'all see me at karaoke night, I might pick that song. And if you are brave enough,
Need a
if you
partner,
have
y'all.
the courage,
Yes, rest. Yes. If you
to
have the courage,
join me.
if you have the Luther,
The who?
you know you need the Luther, the big Luther to do that.
You
Come
do.
on with it.
You do.
What about Fire and Ice? I want to do Fire and Ice with
Girl,
somebody.
I would do that too.
That's my. If I had to do a dramatic one, I think it would be Fire and Ice. But if I had to do a funny one, what one would I do?
That's a good question.
I don't. So do you know Diamond? I don't know if you know Diamond.
No.
So she be at karaoke too, but
Okay.
she does.
You know, I think I always hear her singing.
Have you seen?
I think she is the one who usually sings first, and she does a really great job.
She does. She does. What is it? What the hell is going on between the sheets? What's the name of the song? I can't. Why can't I think right now? Two Moscatos. Maybe that's why. You know, Mr. Big. Damn, what is it?
Mr. Big is not Kelly Price.
No, it's R. Kelly and Mr. Big. What the hell is going on?
I know what you're talking about.
Contagious.
Contagious. Yes, Sarita.
Yes.
You're contagious. $1,000 to Sarita.
Thank you, Sarita. You come to the shop tomorrow, and I'm gonna give you some socks. But yes,
you heard me first.
You heard it here first. Diamond does Contagious. Oh my gosh, she be cracking. You might have heard her do it.
Oh my god,
she be cracking me up. She be working the room, girl.
I love
Diamond on Contagious. But that's what I love about karaoke. Like I love seeing people's personalities. Like they be getting up there and performing. Listen, all Black people need is a mic. And we the stars that
we got
need
the
to
audacity. We need a mic. We got the audacity.
We got the audacity and the drill. We've been practicing. We just needed this one chance.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, she be cracking me up. But yeah, I love karaoke. I ain't really done.
Too.
I can't say that I did no karaoke. That's my song, so I can't say what my go-to would be.
Yeah.
But I like Fire and Ice. I think that would be fun to do with somebody if I was really drunk.
That would definitely be fun. What would y'all do? She said, I want to do Fire and Ice with canned beats.
Yeah.
Serena, let's make that happen.
Listen, she be messing with canned beats because she.
What? Is it an insider?
She just be messing with him. He had, I don't want to say the joke on here, but she had said he was putting his, you know, he turned 50.
Yes,
right?
yes.
And he had a big party. And I'm going to tell your business, Sarita, because you crazy face. And she had put on there, you know, I'm turning 50 or whatever. And she had put the Kevin Hart meme up. Damn. I'm like, Sarita, you so stupid. She probably gonna say something. I'm like, Sarita, so she messing with him right now. So she finna do Fire Eyes with him.
Oh,
he probably mad at you because you be ribbing him, Sarita. But his party was really dope. He had like 50th
I was supposed to be there.
It was dope. I had just got off work, girl, so that's how I made it. But it was nice.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Shout out to Tommy. Shout out to Tommy.
I would do Tupac.
Don't look 50 at all.
No, not at all.
Man, you display Black Don't Crack, bro.
And listen, you fooled me because I was like 50 where?
Right. I definitely didn't see 50 coming.
I love it.
When I first met Tommy, never would I have thought.
Because he has a young soul, I think.
Definitely. You know what? How does he have a young soul and an old soul?
And an old soul at the same time. He do. That's true. He has a young, maybe spirit. I don't know. A young energy. Maybe it's the energy. But yeah, you're right. It's definitely a young and an old soul at the same time.
Yes, it's a perfect balance. Shout out to you, Tommy. We love you, bro.
We love you, Tommy. Tommy did. So we had speaking of teasing, we had a barbecue. Did you come to the barbecue?
I had an event the same day y'all had an event. And I was like, damn.
We finna do it again because it was lit, sis. And we had, and shout out to TZ Talks.
Like, I love shout out to them.
They
amazing.
They Tommy, this is how it's connected. He did our logos up on the window. He drew it out because he's a dope artist.
Yes,
so
he was telling me.
He drew the logos and Happy Birthday Hip Hop and all of that. So shout out to Tommy.
Dope.
He
is dope.
He has a old soul. She's stupid.
Hello, Antonia.
Oh, hi. So Antonia, she has the Hip Hop Museum.
Oh, can I please drop
Antonia?
Antonia, if you have the Hip Hop Museum, can you drop the information in the comments?
Yes,
because we want people to know about you, and I want to come too. I want to check you out.
So I took my kids, the kids that I told you I do the culture class with. I took them to it, and they really liked it. It was really cute watching them. Like, what is it? First of all, when kids is looking at stuff from the 90s and they talking about what is this, like it's dinosaurs, I'd be like, okay, now hold enough.
Like, okay, you're not about to keep playing in my face.
Right. I ain't that damn old, but it's so cute watching them be like, oh wow, this is so. But yeah, shout out to her. She got
I love it.
A nice museum.
That's cool. She said, yo, so you know Crystal what, girl? Crazy. That is funny as hell.
First of all, Chris be having me up here cracking up. She is silly.
Oh, y'all made me want to come up here and just chill with y'all.
Because first of all, it'd be plenty food. That'd be the problem. We'd be eating all day. And then don't let us have some Moscato, girl. We ain't had no Moscato yet, but don't let us have that. We really gonna be acting up. When Happy Days used to be upstairs, it really used to be.
It used to be going down. Hey, my favorite bartender, Tiffany. Shout out to Tiffany.
I love Tiffany.
Me and her worked at Time Warner Cable together.
Oh, y'all did?
Yeah. So I've known her. Dang, we known each other for a long time. A long time. Shout out to
so
Tiffany.
Sweet.
She is. She's the sweetest. Yeah. Yes. Good old times. And new more memories coming.
Yes.
So I just want to thank
you. This minding my own podcast, and now that I know you like music, we need to make a music fest or something.
We gonna make something happen. Sarita, let us know when you're doing the thing.
Yeah, the workshop. We're gonna come out there with that too.
Yeah, let us know. I'm excited about that. She says he got thick enough skin for it because he teases me all the time.
I don't believe Tommy be teasing nobody. He innocent. But Sarita cracked me up. She said, damn. And I just
Sarita.
She commented on his thing. Damn. I was like, that's hilarious. Because when you saw the interview when he did that,
yes, he is funny.
I feel like that was natural. I feel like that wasn't no script. Like he really did.
Like that was the moment of truth for him.
Dude died. She was like, motherfucker, like it was like, no, you didn't just
right.
That was funny.
Hilarious. What she say? Tommy sneaky as hell.
You know what? Now
Tommy, where are you, Tommy?
Because we talking about you and you can't even defend yourself.
He can't even defend himself. Oh, we sorry, sir. We love you.
Crystal says she watched that 50 times. You know what I did?
Oh, that's hilarious.
Now, I'm going to tell you, since I'm ADD, you know what I did watch 50 times was the damn Alabama brawl.
Man, that brawl. Let's talk about the brawl. Let's talk about it, sis. Let's talk about it.
Because it was so many moving pieces.
It was so many parts.
And the fact that, first of all, let's talk about the enterprise.
It's a holiday now.
It's a holiday. People is selling chair earrings. Have you seen the earrings?
The earrings, they is wild as hell.
The Brat and Big Booty Judy, they had some on their Instagram. I was like, now that's wild. Where the stars is now buying earrings. They got chairs on them. Like, I want to make a chair shirt. Y'all might see a classic shirt. You heard it here first. You
make
might see
that shit. I'm buying it.
But that's how quick people move. I feel like now I'm late. Am I late?
No, you are not late because it is a holiday.
Because it's a holiday. Like, I should do it by next year. Like, yes, don't forget about last year.
Like, yes, do y'all remember this?
They be moving so fast because people had them shirts like the next day.
Man,
it was like people had
Ratchet Luxury.
He had a shirt that next week. Who else had, like, people had pictures of it. People had pictures of the chair. I was just dying at how Black people flipped that shit and made it a whole thing. They wrote songs.
I love Black people. Let me just say, I love Black people.
I do too.
I'm gonna say
I don't want to be no other color.
I love Black people. I love being Black.
I definitely love being Black. Oh, that is a Black Twitter. Now, are you on Black Twitter? Are you on Twitter?
I'm on Twitter, but not really.
I'm not on there at all. But I see like when people screenshot and stuff, and oh my God, I feel like I'm on there because Black Twitter, that is a whole. I would probably get lost if I was on Black Twitter, like going like scrolling all day because them people be cracking me up, like the stuff that they think of.
Absolutely. You know what? They got the Louis Vuitton chairs. They got so you can carry them around. They got like the sling on them so you can wear them like a purse.
I saw that. I saw the purse one. I'm like, y'all is wilding with it. Yeah.
You know what? The biggest debate from the brawl was the guy with the chair wrong for hitting the lady in the head?
I was like, the white lady?
Yeah, he hit the white lady in the head.
He got locked up too, didn't he? Or he got
charged? He got charged. He did get locked up. And that was one of the biggest debates.
So here's my thing with the whole thing.
Yes.
I don't really feel like nobody was wrong once you in that, you know, you in it. Like they came out there and they jumped that man.
They did.
And he could have been, it could have been a really bad situation because they wasn't just knocking, they was like kicking him in the stomach and stuff.
They were trying to kill him.
They were trying to kill that man, and he could have been dead. Like that could have been a George Floyd or some kind of situation like that. So that being said, them coming out hard like that,
we don't blame him.
I don't blame him.
They gave them the energy they put out there.
And then my thing is, he hit her in the head. One blow in the head is different from a bunch of gut kicks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because after that, he didn't just keep hitting her, did he?
Right. No, he just hit her once.
He just hit her once. I was gonna say,
I don't even
different shit every time. So.
Right. Every time.
It's like I thought I saw him just hit her once, but yeah.
Right.
He ain't fuck her up like that.
No, I really think that he didn't even realize that it was a she. Honestly, I think he just was in the moment because he felt threatened, and he was threatened. He was in a moment of distress.
Yes.
And I don't care what nobody say. He was in a moment of distress.
Yeah.
And so he did what he had to do to protect himself.
He had his fight or flight syndrome.
Yep.
And I feel like it's just the fact of where y'all put them in that situation where they didn't come out like that. He was part of the crew, right?
Yeah. I believe so. Yep. But I do think it was funny because that video was recreated by several comedians over the past few weeks. Do you know what Skin and Bone is? Girl. Look up Skin and Bone.
I'm gonna look him up right now.
He got the funniest remake to that shit. Yeah.
Skin and Bone.
Yeah, Skin and Bone. He funny as hell. He basically redid it and he was coming out like Stone Cold Steve Austin. And
see, that's what I'm saying.
I will send you the video.
Send me the video because I can't find it right now. But yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, we so creative with the whole
we figure out how to laugh and we figure out how to laugh in the joy and in the pain.
And that's why they want to be us.
Yeah.
I mean, for real, like, and you know,
like just how they like this, how they got tough skin and still beautiful as fuck.
Fine.
Resilient
don't
as hell.
age.
Yeah.
It's the melanin.
Thing.
And we can cook.
Hey.
It's because we eat good and because our skin is good.
We can say many things.
Right. But nah, it's like I said, I love being Black. And I want our kids to love, and I feel like our kids do respect and love their culture a lot more than, and not to say that we didn't, but I feel like it's more accepted.
Yeah.
To, you know, really be pro-Black. We just got to make sure that they really pro-Black and loving their culture enough not to do stupid shit.
Exactly. Got to teach them the good side of it and help them understand that hip hop, even the lyrics aren't meant to be literal.
Yes,
it's not meant for you to actually and do this
go
stuff.
out there and do it because they ain't doing that shit.
They ain't doing that shit.
And that's the whole. I'm sorry. Do you cuss on your podcast?
Yeah,
I've been cussing the whole time.
I have too.
Okay. And I asked very late, like, ooh, do you cuss on your stuff? Okay, but yes, the people don't do that stuff. Girl, it's way late. Look how many minutes. Damn. I didn't want you to think I was disrespecting your stuff. I asked late as hell.
No, you are good. I'm having a ball. Y'all hear me?
Too. This is fun. I'm glad you asked me.
I'm so blessed to have you.
Thank you for waiting for me because y'all, I was a little late because I had fashion show practice rehearsal, and so I'm gonna tell you about that. I have a fashion show coming up in September.
Ooh.
It's not just me though. It's Fashion Fest MKE.
Okay.
And it's at Bayshore, and they're doing it's like a bunch of different designers or whatever, a bunch of designers and there's 2 different shows. So that's Sunday, September 17th. We're gonna be in the Big Grass area.
Ooh,
And
I
they
love
like
it.
it's really cute how they put it on. And I'm glad somebody else in charge of it, y'all, because listen, putting on a fashion show is a lot
I
of,
already know
and so I don't want to be in charge of all them details. Just tell me when
where
my
to
models
be.
going and what to put them on. So
Tell me where to set up, and I'm gonna do what I gotta
and
do.
we're doing with that. So we have rehearsal for that today.
I love
So
it.
that's why I was running late. And then I had to take my employee, one of my former students, Full Circle, works for me now at the classic shop.
Ooh.
So I had to take her home. So that's why I was late. So I said all that to say, what was I getting at?
We're flexible here at Minding My Own
Thank you.
Podcast.
That's that's what I was getting at. I'm sorry for being late, but this is fun. This is really, really nice.
This has been a great
Yes.
time. I've been looking forward to this.
Thank you.
And I'm so glad we were able to work it out.
Me too. Yes.
And
Thank
I will
you.
work around anything to make
I
this happen
appreciate you
again.
being flexible. Yes. Well, it's gonna happen again. Because how many podcasts is this? What number is this? Do you keep track
This
of the
is
numbers?
season 3.
Come on, season 3.
Season 3 for me.
So how many do you keep track of the number episodes? Like what number is this?
Girl, I am at 3. Wait, I don't know. I actually have to take a look.
But 300 something?
No.
Oh.
We ain't that high.
Oh.
Even though I'm gonna get there, y'all. I'm gonna get there.
You definitely are gonna get there.
I started in June, so
you just
I do my
okay,
seasons
good.
by month.
Nice.
And I
This is
changed the
nice.
themes.
Nice. And so this month theme is
designer inspired.
Designer
It's about all of our local designers. So this is the designer series.
Okay.
And so I had to have you on because you
I
are
appreciate you.
inspiring fashion every day. I see your brand everywhere. One of my sister-in-law, Netta.
I love Netta.
That's my sister-in-law.
Yeah.
She was in your one of your original ads.
Yep. And she was in a video, a dance video I did.
Shout out to Netta. Yes, I love you, girl.
Out here. I love her. I love her energy. But yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah. She's my sister-in-law. We grew up together on 35th and Silver Spring.
Okay. Shout out to Silver Spring. Yeah.
And her sister Lita ended up marrying my brother.
Oh, okay.
So we are family. We've been family for a long time, and then they just locked it in. So now we family.
Listen, and she's so sweet. She'll make you feel like family. So she's cool.
She's that's great. She's funny as hell.
She is. She's hilarious.
Yes. So it was dope to see her participate and have y'all collaborate like that. That was dope.
Yeah, and that's what I like to do. I like to collaborate with different people. That's dope that you're doing different local brands because it's a lot that I would like to collaborate, or just work with, because I feel like we get farther together. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So I'm part of a there's a collective downtown. Trusted Kicks is doing a collective where they have local brands in their store next door, and so I'm part of that. It's just for like a 3-month kind of thing, and they're going to be switching out different designers, but for these last 2 months, and then for September, I'm down there, and I like being around different designers. You know what I'm saying? It's inspiring, and yeah, it's good to be a part of a collective and work together. I think you get further that way.
Yes, I totally agree.
Yeah,
that has been my thing. Like co-collaboration is so powerful.
Yeah,
it means so much, and it's great opportunity. I think it's just an amazing opportunity,
especially for Black people. And because one thing I want to say, like when you go to other cities, they're not as segregated as Milwaukee, one. Mm-hmm. And even though we're segregated by culture and color, we also segregate ourselves in our own like community. You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm sorry that it's taken me this long to meet you and been on this podcast, but even but that just is evidence of how you may hang around one kind of clique, you know what I'm saying? And may not always meet other people. And so that's one thing I'm intentional with this year, is just going to meeting different people, as many different people as I can, because I feel like we get further when we're together. So
how cool is it though that you have been inspiring, and I've known you.
Oh,
so that just goes to show the impact that you are having. So I just thought it was amazing to tell you that.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes, you are an amazing woman. You are inspiring many daily.
Thank you.
And your clothing line is dope, sis.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Because you know what, that means a lot. And even with people, it's not even about buying the clothes or what, but the support and hearing things like that, that really means a lot because it's hard to keep going as a creative. And I'm gonna say I'm not necessarily I'm doing it for the money, but I ain't rich yet, fam. So
She like,
it's
I'm
not
still getting there with the paper.
Yes. So I'm just so money isn't what's keeping me going, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's definitely the support and encouragement and stuff like that. So I appreciate that.
Yes,
Thank
absolutely.
you.
I wanted to make sure you knew.
Thank you.
So this has been a great time.
Yes.
You guys make sure y'all come visit her. Again,
Yes,
the
come visit
classic
me.
shop.
Yep. And follow me on Instagram. So that's one thing I'm trying to do. I am gonna ask y'all to do this, is because I'm trying to get my followers up, y'all. Y'all know how they be about followers on Instagram.
Yes.
So
Follow
I'm
her.
trying to get to 10. I'm trying to get to 10,000 followers. That's a lot, but I feel like I can do that.
You can.
So I'm at 6,000 now, and so we're gonna see.
That's a great number.
We're gonna try to get to 10,000 by, I don't know.
Y'all help me get to 1,000. Shit.
Listen, listen, I'm gonna follow you right now. No, it's Minding My Business podcast. Minding My Own podcast.
And
I'm
right there with you, girl.
We finna get right to it right now. Minding My Own. And that's the thing is, following somebody. Here, I got it right now. Yay. Following somebody, something like that. That's easy. Those kind of supports is easy. I always tell people, I appreciate the monetary support, but encouraging words or following or those kind of things, those are the kind of things that are easy to do and mean just as much, because that's what's gonna keep you going. When the money isn't there. So yeah,
I love
shout
it.
out to that.
I love it. That's a great message.
Yeah,
I think yes, people need to realize that your support in any way, shape, or form is appreciated. So you make sure y'all follow her, and you know what? Please. It's the Classic Shop on IG
with 2 P's and an E.
With 2 P's and an E.
Like the old school kind of.
I like that. I actually, when I read that, I was thinking like old school, like Lollipop.
Yep. That's what I'm trying to think of. Like, yeah, because our, I don't want to say our culture is old, but I feel like we are classic.
We are.
You know what I'm saying? We always gonna be hot and been hot.
Been hot. We
been it. Listen, first of all, get you go on a podcast where they bring you some wine, girl.
I texted her. I'm like, "Do you like wine?"
I was like, "Yes." I was like, "Hey," I was trying to be too much of a lush over the text, but yes, this is right where I needed it because it was a long day,
man. Absolutely, absolutely. So I just want to say thank you again for coming on today.
Absolutely. Anytime.
Thank y'all for watching.
Thank y'all.
I can tell y'all love Marie. Y'all showed up for her today.
Hey, y'all
shout out to y'all for showing up. We're going to clap for y'all. Awesome. And make sure y'all come see her right here at Charmin Phoenix.
Yes.
They don't close till 7.
Till 7. Yes, I'm going to stay till 7, y'all. But 6 on Saturdays. 6 on Saturdays.
6 on Saturdays.
Come see everybody at Sherman Phoenix. All my crew. And make sure you follow my girl, Minding Your Own podcast. Because if you're following her on Facebook, you definitely should be following on Instagram. Share it, like it. All that stuff helps her out. And helps her to get pushed to other people as well. So make sure y'all do that.
Thank you for saying that. That's powerful. Thank you. Awesome. All right, y'all. We're going to say sayonara on another Thursday. Have a great night, y'all.